men, though, we don't do what women do. Like women, like you said, they'll come together. I don't know about the smashing, but they'll come together.
I mean,
You see what I'm saying? We die faster
thanks
than
for
women
pointing out
because
that
we
my expiration date is coming up. Thank you.
You understand? And
Who's more to blame, or who should take more responsibility, or who should take responsibility? The absentee father, or the mother who made bad choices?
Well,
Damn, that's a tough
It
question.
is
man.
it is a
the
tough
man, I'm
question.
gonna say the father.
the man,
See,
'Cause
that
you gotta-
mother effing man.
You got an option to change that, even if it ain't the situation. It ain't working out.
It's not. But that's under.
I'm triggered. Continue. It's all.
That's under the assumption that the person who made the child is a man, because that's a biological thing. You don't need to be a man.
You're
to make
a male can be
you're
a male can make a kid.
You understand?
No problem.
So this
There-
expectation,
no, there are people that
doesn't
have
come with any
that have
action.
mental disabilities that can knock up a chick, but that doesn't mean that they can actually
Be a
raise
man.
be a man and to raise the
To
child.
be a child, yeah.
You know,
You can't rely on that, is what I'm saying.
so
That
yeah,
is true,
So
and-
they could be 42 with a beard and a job, but that don't mean they're men that they're ready to take care of a kid. So
That is true.
so so you say that it should be on the man.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to expound on it? Which one do you guys want
Like
to
I
expound
said,
first?
we have the option and the chance to make it right, even if we go through our male stages of being irresponsible and stuff like that. And not to say that the woman has to let the person back in their life once. It depends on the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, timing is
But
everything.
if the individual is giving effort, because a lot of us like me, I ain't the best father, but I give a dying effort. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't blame it, but I know I have it. I never had my father in my life, so the things that I went through that I want my child to go through, I try to beat it as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? But I know mentally sometimes it's, I be on the fly. You feel what I'm
you
saying?
moving
And
the
it's not
paper.
right. It's not right.
I gotta interject right there, because of what you just said, and this is a little paradoxical. Because of what you just said, it would have to rely on the, how should I say? It would have to rely on the effort of other men who aren't the father to change that as well. Because if the guy who's the father and isn't taking care of his responsibilities is out of the picture, right? That kid grows up and becomes a problem for society, right?
Right.
It would call for other men to kind of like really rally that and try to keep that from
Quell the storm before it really
yeah,
blows up.
you know what I mean? And what we're saying is that's real difficult for some dude to step in, but that's what it would.
You ain't my daddy, or all of a sudden the kid's in a gang and
even
shit's
if we-
different now. Now you
like, what do you?
wildin'.
Because who's gonna do it?
Even as men, though, we don't do what women do. Like women, like you said, they'll come together. I don't know about the smashing, but they'll come together as single mothers and support each other.
And support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but
We don't pull each other coats. We
Exactly.
don't.
But that is
You know what I
a
mean?
That's
part
that's
of the problem.
responsibility. Yeah, that's the part
And
of the problem.
this is why I'm saying that it's on us.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like, I'm
That I
glad you
understand.
bring that in, because it's on us. Because, listen, I don't give a fuck about, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm old school as a bitch. Okay? I'm old school as a bitch. The way I
bitches do
think,
be old school. Bitches do be old school. Continue.
the way I think down to everything. Because in my head, I'm thinking a child means now that I am stuck with this woman for life.
Before you expound, so you were raised. No. He's answering, but I just wanted to point out. You were raised with your mother and your father, so you kind of had an idea. You saw it. It may not have always been perfect, but you understood it's a team. It's a team effort, good or
Correct.
bad. It's a
team effort.
WWF tag team, and it's us against these kids. We gonna figure it out.
Right.
We here.
Correct.
So continue. So I just want you to, and I wanted to bring that up because that really, like, seeing it
helped.
Right.
Because a lot of men, and I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of men don't know how to.
There it is.
They don't
That
know
comes from my
how
first
to.
question.
They just really don't know how to. And instead of admitting that and saying, yo, I'm gonna do the hard work, and because remember, raising a child, now you gotta start looking within yourself. What are my flaws? What am I this? It's like a mirror pointed at yourself. Not a lot of men want that or could deal with it. Or
I'm handsome, but I don't like looking
because
at myself that much. That's a lie.
we don't deal, and if it's something that I learned about men over the years, we do not deal with stress the same way women do.
Right now.
Hence why we die faster.
Yeah, I mean,
You see what I'm saying? We die faster
thanks
than
for
women
pointing out
because
that
we
my
don't-
expiration date is coming up. Thanks.
we don't release.
We internalize, yeah.
We internalize
Oh, yeah,
everything.
we
we don't
definitely
talk about much. We
Right.
take everything in. We don't have no outlets. We don't really feel like people give a fuck about us.
Right.
And it's like, fuck them kids. Like, it's easier to say all of that when it's like when you in a place where you don't even feel heard, or you don't feel valued, or you don't feel. So what the fuck do you?
And that touches on what Ant said about being pushed to the back burner.
Right.
What do you got to give?
Right.
What do you got to give?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm old school than a motherfucker. So if I'm gonna be stuck with you with a child,
Right.
I need to first know that I could be stuck with you as a wife. I'm not having no child with no woman. I cannot marry first. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe in not having children out of wedlock because it's a bad choice.
It's what you've
It's
seen.
just a
It's what you
bad
understand.
choice. Because think about it this way, right? You have
Burden on the whole community.
is a burden on your future because you have a failed relationship that didn't work that a child came out of, right?
Right.
And then you finally found this beautiful woman that you care for and you love and everything like that, and you marry her. Now the ex feels some type of way.
Yeah, scoring.
Well, woman scorn, man.
You understand what I'm saying? And now she wanna come in. You want to get married and have your son as your ring. Nah, he ain't going nowhere. She fighting you because she don't want the son to go with you to
Weaponizing the
Hawaii.
child.
She
That's-
weaponizing the child, and now it's making your life just. And then God forbid you have new children now. Now she telling that child, yo, you see your father don't love you. Your father over there making babies with that. It's a burden.
Yeah.
And it sounds, and now what you're saying sounds so like wow and crazy, but it's something that I'm
It's
pretty
some
sure
women
each
do.
one of us have heard, seen, or experienced within ourselves, like in our direct vicinity. So hold on, Jay, you said, what did you say? Was it on men or on women? The fathers to step up and not be back in life or be.
That's why I said it depends, because you said, what is it on the fathers? But because of how bad the situation is, it's just on men in general to kind of, what did you say, rally
Rally the troops and quell the storm
Fully
before it gets crazy.
coattail
But if
and-
we don't feel like we have the authority to do so,
Correct.
then it won't happen.
So I'm gonna
You know?
I'm-
Like we don't
need
even
healing.
feel like we have the authority
We don't even feel
or
like
the
we have voice.
ability
yeah.
to protect our own communities.
No, we
right?
definitely don't.
So
Before even all that, voice.
voice,
Voice
and,
of the voiceless.
and having the tools to do what we're called to do. And so how do you even move into that space?
So I guess I'm gonna be the dickhead. I'm gonna put it on the women. All right. The reason I say that is because, all right, I was told today that I always rally, no matter what. I could go up, down, left, and right. I'm still gonna come back and blame the woman. That's not the point. I'm not really trying to blame, but I do believe accountability is something that is shirked so much by these women that are having these kids and being single mothers. The same way Keem says, yo, he's not going to be with somebody that he can't see as his wife. There are a lot of women having kids for niggas that have 3 kids they ain't already taken care of, giving them a 4th. The nigga is a Deezer, AKA SoundCloud rapper at 73. Like the nigga is old. He's doing shit that he shouldn't be doing. Yes, the nigga keeps getting older as he's rapping.
Right.
You need to understand.
Every time
He was 42 last time I said it. He's 73 now. His album is gonna be dropping with some.
On his fit 500
Yeah,
mixtape.
he's gonna have the original Otis on there, and he's gonna hand out a thing. He's gonna hand out a CD with Preparation H. So it's like the women need to take accountability. I was speaking earlier today with a young lady, my girl, and I was telling her this doesn't make sense. Like we both have to be equally accountable. And then she was like, well, you know, when does the accountability stop, or when do you guys feel like you guys need to take more accountability? We're like, we are taking accountability all the way up until you guys make the choice to have this kid. If it's both of you guys and you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, why are you having a child? Why? And I'm not saying you can't be in love. I'm not saying that you can't want to be with this person, but you sleep on on the floor, on a mattress on the floor, and you sleep on your cousin's couch. This don't look like what you need to have. Right. This is not it. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, see, I get that point, but that's not all the cases.
That's not all the cases. It's definitely not all the cases. But a lot of
you have blame and then you have responsibility, right?
Right.
Okay, blame. Okay,
so I think that's what you're
blame
saying.
and responsibility. I mean, blame is just the ugly name of responsibility.
It's like who done
it's
it?
his hood name.
It's who done it
and who doing
it, and who's supposed to do it.
Who's supposed to do it?
Right.
All right. So they're,
like
they're
women,
both supposed to be doing it. No, there should be no such thing as a single mother. If you're not having kids with the thought process of having both of you guys there are women that I've heard say, "Oh, he just gave me my son." I'm like, he gave you a son.
Too.
What? Yeah. What are you doing? Now you're gonna raise this badass baby kid because you got to work 3 jobs and. Like, you know, like you're putting yourself and you're giving yourself
my
added
son's
struggle.
A good child. No, he ain't.
No, you be like, my son's so smart.
Lil Ray bad as hell.
How old are you? Chicken nugget. You be like, man, if you don't get out my face, you be mad. You be like,
big ass
chicken nugget. You chicken nugget. You be like, nigga, I asked you how old you were. What are you talking about?
Not even chicken
nugget. Exactly. No, so what comes to mind is, we both need to take responsibility. And as we were speaking about, there are 33 different methods of contraception before, during, and after. If you know you don't want a kid and the guy wants to fuck with you, yeah, they have the power. And no man is any man that says, yo, I'm still gonna knock it down raw dog after the woman has told him, yo, I don't fuck without a condom. We're not doing it unless there's a condom. Women, take that responsibility. Any man that even says, nah, I'm not using no condom, don't fuck him. Don't fuck them. Plain and simple. Go get one of them Rose vibrator joints and have a good night. Be blessed.
Make sure you wash it
taking the
after.
human experience out of that, though. You got to understand something, bro. We all,
Yeah, I understand you need that, but you
women get lonely.
Yeah, but then put on the condom if you know you can't handle no kid.
When you start to factor in their the way they view themselves, because believe it or not, I swear,
a condom gonna stop that?
I think a lot of women be thinking he could be the one. Every nigga, he could be the one.
Well,
that's based off their expectations.
There's a running joke that we have.
That's a myth, though.
The running joke
is a myth. It doesn't exist.
The running joke
expectation drives a lot of shit that we do.
Guys, the running joke is this: any girl, their last 4 boyfriends are pretty much the same nigga. He's just a little bit taller, shorter, fatter, darker, different hair.
They tried it in
They're
different
pretty much the
renditions.
same guy. We are pretty much carbon copies. We're avatars. We're just putting
For the
different
first
shit
one,
on there.
for the first.
Yeah, for the first dude, or like pretty much we're pretty much the same package. We like sports, we like food, we like fucking. Pretty much, that's it. And we have the same complaints. You don't talk to me, or you're not present.
I am a
Same guy.
different motherfucker. Like,
Well, you definitely
like,
are. You were dropped. God made you and said, dropped. He left you in the oven. You dropped, and you're like,
I'm a complete because my thing is
you're very in tune.
I spent
and you with your
so
mama.
long.
Your mama helped you with that.
That's true. But I spent so long being someone else that when I started to home in, like, oh shit, I like going to the opera. I like doing fancy nigga shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I like dressing up in a tux. My wife dressing up in a ballroom gown, and doing shit that black people don't normally do.
This motherfucker went to an apothecary. Hey man, if you don't sit your
you understand what I'm saying?
haberdashery's ass down.
I think
that doesn't mean my nail.
I think when you talked about how men, we could be selfish
Yeah.
about getting that raw dog nut.
Yeah.
Women have that same energy about having that kid.
Okay, so you
because we're underplaying the desire. No, the desire
that animalistic. I want it
to have a child. Sometimes I think for a lot of women it supersedes all this.
at
other
30,
shit.
at 30, it goes out the window.
Out the window.
I've literally
Because
heard a woman say at 30 The next dude, I'm just
Like
we
they're
gonna
just
have
gonna
a kid.
like I need a
Because
child
maybe
and I'll
that's their,
figure this shit
that's
out.
their standard of woman.
No,
I mean,
because
they're
they're
a woman.
maternal
No, the
clock.
maternal clock.
Right, right.
Maternal
Like,
clock.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
ticking.
It's like
Outside
that's
of
a standard. Like
right.
You can't have
outside-
a kid, a
outside of
woman
anything
having
societal.
a kid after 34, 35
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
high risk.
High risk. Yeah.
High risk.
High risk.
Right.
So they rather say, yo, look, fuck it. Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have this. I'm gonna.
But then you put the pressure on yourself because now I'm a strong black single woman. I'm a single mother. But single mothers ain't built the same. Like back in the day, single mothers was single mothers. Like
you knew a single mother.
you saw the struggle. She was working 3 jobs. You knew
And
what
even if she wasn't, I mean
that
you
it
saw
was a lot on the plate. Now
It wasn't glorified.
it definitely
That's
wasn't
why.
glorified.
Nah, it wasn't.
Now it
that
is.
was the situation. They dealt with the situation.
Now
Now
there's
they're
women
over here
having baby showers by themselves, talking about I got this, or my favorite, Happy Father's Day.
Oh.
when they tell themselves Happy
because
Father's
they already
You be like, oh, you
expect-
wild.
Said, this is
They're
all
already
by
ex-
design.
they're already expecting a man. But you see, this is all coming from a place of already expecting a man to not be there, to not be shit, to ain't shit.
They ain't
this is what you're missing in this whole thing. They're already expecting.
It's like a hardwiring system growing up.
Yeah. I know someone that says niggas ain't shit. Like, it'll make her teeth whiter. Like,
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
she says it like
they're
it's going
already
out of style.
It's
expectation of
hardwired.
them. Like,
they heard
yo,
it growing up. And they were groomed into certain like situations.
Now
and
imagine
positions and stuff.
when they have the
up to us to
baby,
change
like
that.
a lot of exactly. Like what you mean? You are let me tell you something.
Well, if you raise your child a certain way, but you can't change these women. That,
What?
No, not them. I'm talking about the perception of us.
correct because if Shorty says I'm pregnant, like that's really like I feel like that's a trap question that they hit you with. Like they want to see what the fuck you gonna say.
Right.
Like I'm pregnant. So
Who plays games like that? That is not a game to be played.
But
with.
but we all see shit like this on social media. So what you gonna do? Keeping it? You like that's always the first.
You always say, "What is we gonna do?"
A perfect example of where we come in, right, is like myself. My rule for if I'm having unprotected sex with a woman, I've already vetted her as a possible, right? Meaning if shit go left, it ain't really left. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I don't know her. It's not like we haven't, gotten tested and I don't know what type of person she is.
exchange information. So
know
you gotta Dexter vet these women, man. You can't just
What the hell is
so it's
Dexter
not.
vet?
It's
when
like,
you have to know.
So for me-
you have to know how they move, how they think.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta
you're
know
gonna if you're gonna be
everything.
with somebody like
I
that,
guess
you
I'm
gotta-
just to come. Go ahead.
No.
you vetted you've been with her forever.
It's rare, okay? It's rare, but I'm talking about like girlfriends, not I don't have a wife, right?
Yeah,
No, I
so
understand.
girlfriend.
But if my girl, it's.
You wild. Yeah, you wild.
Wild.
Yeah, if it's your girl, yeah, you
But
go.
I take
Gotta have
all
a
the.
mean pull-out
But right.
Not mean enough. It's not mean. My kid's cute.
But I take all the precautions. It's a calculated risk for me, and I'm sitting here today with none of those mistakes because I put that sort of thought into it.
Right.
The
We get
pre-production, motherfucker had a pre-production.
Right.
You know
To
what I'm
make
saying?
sure.
And there's an absence of that.
Oh yeah, there's a
both
whole lot
sides.
of that. People are literally just freestyling this
but
whole
that's
having a kid
basically
thing.
what I was about to get to. I'm like, yo, because that's crazy. Because that's completely opposite to how, like, when I was in the game, how I was thinking. I was racking them up and knocking them down, nigga.
Because
it was a
your number,
sport.
yeah, your number was it was something like, yo, I knocked down 3 bitches. It'd be like, bruh.
Yo, sometimes I was in competition with myself. I want to see how many I can knock down in a day without even taking a shower. Nasty dick
damn.
shit, nigga. Like,
You
you
barbaric.
gotta
This nigga
understand.
was
This
this nigga was the reason for a UTI
about to say,
infection
yo, I
somewhere.
remember
He
that.
said we found a new land.
listen,
We must pillage it.
listen. All
nigga
I'm
was
saying
wildin'.
is that
Viking,
I
no
was
shower.
hanging out with niggas, and these are the niggas that was thinking like me was the niggas that was pulling the bitches.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
And I know exactly what you're talking about. I know
They were
exactly
pulling the women every direction. You know why? Because they looked the part. They got the thuggish. You know what I mean?
Right,
Out meaner. They dead ass don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So they playing the game a little different, but they giving them enough to make them feel like
They're part of it.
you know what I
So
mean.
what you're saying is you're
it's
lucky.
mental manipulation.
What he's really saying is he's lucky.
I'm lucky as a like. Nah, I always admit that I'm lucky, but
That's
like
cutting it
I
close,
said in the beginning, it's all a game. Like it's literally like it's all a game that men and women. Now women are starting to play the game.
Yeah.
And they dirty as they dirty as fuck. They don't give
know
a
what
fuck
made
about
the
a
playing
nigga
field-
feelings.
The playing field got even when that phone came into play.
Yeah, once the phone and the filters and the ability to just put up a nice booty pic and
Not even
47.
that. I'm over
this is
here,
white.
and it's just like
Cause nowadays niggas
Play the
getting
game.
curved left to right. Like,
Yeah.
like
No,
they-
that's fine. Curve me, please.
Hold on, some women
Leave me
need to
alone.
curve you because it's like
Curve
I was
Cobain.
gonna you curved me
Curve
first.
Cobain.
Curve Cobain. You curved me before I curved you. You win this round.
Oh, you
know?
wait. So you don't want to see me anymore?
Yeah, shorty be like,
Amazing.
yeah,
But I hate
the
this
audacity.
narrative of this new narrative. Men can't take rejection. So can't women.
Oh no,
no,
women
women can't
definitely
take
can't.
rejection.
They're not built for that.
But the narrative
built
is
for
always like, oh,
But like, hold on, think about it like this: a 5 foot woman by 5'1". She's 5'1" by 5'1". She built like a bowling ball. Thinks she thinks that she should have Michael B. Jordan. Like, listen here, ma. If
Keyword
I
should.
yeah,
Well-
that like, oh, you know, I got a good job, I do this, and you
I'll
know,
take it a step
I'm
further.
happy with who I am and my body positivity. That's cool. But Michael B. Jordan could be like, hey, I love your style, I love what you do, I love what you're wearing. I'm out. You're good.
I'll take it a step further. As a married man, I'm very outspoken. I speak to people very
No,
openly.
you get out of here.
And even sometimes women, and they take that as like I've had women come into my life that were cool, but they somehow felt like because they looked a certain way that I should prioritize them
Yes.
above my wife.
Hold on. So they thought they were fine enough?
That they were fine enough
Who told
to
them that?
call me at 8, 9 o'clock in the night when
who
I'm
told them that? Who told
laying
them that
up
was
with my
cool?
wife. Or
You know what I
these
got?
things.
You know what I got from that? You go to sleep hella early, 8 o'clock. Good God, nigga. Jesus.
Well, you're not
married,
asleep,
man.
You're not asleep.
You don't have 4 kids.
women.
Oh.
Women lay down at about 7 o'clock.
Do y'all
Don't
take
go
a...
to sleep.
Right. You're not
Don't lay
asleep.
down. Law and Order gonna be on. They ain't watching
Yeah,
it.
motherfuckers watching Matlock.
Yeah, what type of
Love
dumb
me
shit
some
you
Law
wanna
and Order.
watch?
Let's not go there.
And don't change the channel either. Don't
Let's
change
not go there.
Oh, my God.
But shit, I done forgot my point.
Good, yeah, old nigga moment. It has come for you now. It has come for you. Man, there was an episode, I forgot something. He said, because you old. Looks like we're all aging here,
Get
brothers.
back to it though. But yeah, we'll get back to
But
it.
with that, you know, I think that's just God saying, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I believe that women need to take a little bit more accountability. And Keem believe that men need to take more. The fathers that the absentee fathers need to go through hell and high water to step back in. And Jay is like, we as men, the fathers and the men in the community around need to do whatever they can to be there for these children. So that's where we're gonna go with that one.
Okay.
And then the women can also, you know,
That was me. You should point to me. I was the one that came
I
up
won't
with the
point to the camera.
Well-
I know what you guys are thinking.
yeah, motherfucker just don't want to give me the
Maybe
goddamn
the
glory.
women
And
could lessen the the reins a little bit.
no,
Be
and
more
that's what accountability is. Taking accountability for good you've done and what bad. Sometimes
Being more discerning. Like
Yeah.
you were talking about how some women just have absolutely no sort of radar, nothing.
No.
They're not paying attention.
they
to
are
shit.
sheep in the wolves' den, just frolicking around, not
They're the ones having
realizing.
the
Those are
kids.
usually the smart ones with good jobs.
No, they don't got the common sense. They got the book.
Smart and wisdom, two different things.
But I was just telling my son that. I said, son, if she's smart and she make good money, she probably don't know shit about men.
Right.
yeah, she.
You understand what I'm saying? And then I said, son, if she look real good and she got a lot of men following her, she probably broke as hell. And he said, what if she has a good heart, she look good on the outside,
Well, you raised a good one. Good heart.
and she has money? I said, she's called a unicorn, son. You take that. You take that. You take that. And you never let it go.
You
son.
never let it go.
You never let it go, son.
Do not
That is the
smudge
one,
it. Do
son.
not smudge
son,
it.
that is the one.
Yes.
You never let it go. You hold on real
keep
tight.
her pure.
You give her like 5 kids.
Keep her
Hey,
pure.
guess what? That is where you're gonna end this one. That was a good one.
Right.
We always tell everybody, if you have questions that you want to ask, please send them to our email or to our IG DM, Twitter DM. You could always reach out.
We live.
Yeah. So this question came from a friend of the podcast, Carl. I'm not sure your last name, but Jo reached out and you reached out to Jo, and this is your question. So, why is it a disconnect between black men and black women compared to other races when it comes to respect? Why is there a disconnect between black men and black women? You know,
Because
when it
that's
comes to
taught by
respect?
daddy. And daddy wasn't there.
Expound.
Changed my underwear.
Go ahead,
Daddy
Austin Powers.
wasn't there.
Go ahead, Austin Powers.
That was
Tell them why.
Respect is taught by dad. You see, this is what we need. Like I said, I'm real old school. I'm living in a new school world, but ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying?
Old
And I
Clint Eastwood of
believe
his
that
time over
dad
here.
is the head, and all trickles down from dad. When you have dad and mom on the same page, now you golden.
You cooking with grease.
You golden. You understand? But respect for men and for women are built on a respect that mom and dad hold for one another. You understand? That's where it's first taught. Because the girls is gonna understand. My girls are being taught how to talk to me and address me by their mom. My boys are being taught how to deal with their mother and their sisters through me. You understand what I'm saying? Respect for how you should treat a woman is being shown in how me and mommy deal with one another. Now, this is going to probably be an issue for them because me and mommy believe heavily in communication. Because that's where the respect, even when we're upset with one another. But why? Like, nah, we not sweeping shit under the rug. You better tell me why you feel
Talk to me, yeah.
this upset about this girl calling me at 8 o'clock in the night, even though I already know. You know what I mean?
You know why, but it's like...
But why you have to go and throw the remote at me? Like what's up?
You gotta change the channel. You
Like,
change the
damn,
channel,
you
it's
couldn't
on,
just
my
say,
forehead.
you know, this was inappropriate. You have to throw the remote at a nigga?
it's
Like,
on C-SPAN now. It's on C-SPAN now. I can't change the channel. The battery's out.
You understand
This is
what I'm
bullshit.
saying? But
I love how specific that was.
when you
That was last
seeing
week.
when you seeing mommy call daddy a bitch ass nigga, and daddy saying fuck you bitch, that's why you a hoe, and all this type of shit. Yo,
Sounds
kids,
very aggressive. Woo.
No, but this
No,
is
no,
the
I know,
shit
I know,
that
I
we
know.
do
Yeah.
in front of our kids, not thinking that they're watching,
And they internalize.
listening, and internalizing everything that we're saying. Everything that we're saying. Kids see shit that we don't even know they see, son.
What about you, Jay? What you got?
No, I totally agree with that. He's speaking from,
An elevated place right there.
yeah, because he has kids, married. He has that unit. You know what I mean? I grew up the youngest of many, so I was able to observe, and that's how I move because I've seen the repercussions of actions. Yeah,
Actions without any kind of just, I'm here, flooping around. Being floopsy.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been in all sorts of situations, but I was fortunate enough to see how it could go left. And I'm always thinking how things could be better, what are the missing pieces? And I totally agree with that because, it's the same with animals in the wild, right? You take a lion cub out of the wild and keep him captive. There are these tangible and intangible things that they're supposed to learn out there.
Right.
You throw them out there, they're going to die.
Yeah.
They didn't learn how to stalk, how to be patient, right? An impatient lion is a dead lion, despite all the fangs and claws.
weight, whatever.
Run up
You
on
ain't got no patience.
Run up
It's
on
over
a
for you.
2-ton bison. That's your ass, Mr.
That's your
Postman.
ass.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
You know what I mean? And so not having that example, the only thing I can't really speak on is, I don't know what the situation with other races are. I don't know if that, I think it's a correlation. I don't know if it's the cause of, that
White
this,
people.
I think ours are more showcased.
Yeah, I think I
Because
was.
Caucasians go through more wicked shit than we do.
Yeah, but they keep it internal.
Yeah,
they
they-
have
They still a family unit, regardless of
correct.
what.
Our culture. Our
Correct.
culture is so.
Yeah, we're
Right.
You
yeah
don't
we're
turn on the family.
all I hear is yeah
Exposed.
we're cannibals, but we're loving family.
We love
You're
each
like,
other.
what?
We don't eat each other.
They're very
Duh.
because being a man in the church, right? We even notice it, like us ministers and stuff like
Yeah, the
that.
wild shit I heard from
We-
the church with the molestation and all
Oh,
that
come
shit.
on, that's kind of.
Wait, we're not gonna go there. That's
It
that.
goes
We not gonna
crazy.
go there. That's a rabbit hole. Trust me,
No,
we
no,
don't
I mean-
Yeah, it
want to
goes
go
crazy.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we even notice it, like to say, like, damn, the white pastors and the white ministers and the white churches,
Caucasian.
they the Caucasians,
Right.
they value family in their churches. Like they'll have family day. They'll have date nights. The pastor would say, listen, don't you call me on Friday. I'm taking my wife to that restaurant over there or such and such. Don't you call me
Right.
to minister. You better call apostle such and such. You understand? And the black church,
Singles night, maybe,
The-
or ladies.
the
night.
the pastor got his wife in the pews while he sitting next to the assistant who
yes.
he
Because he's a
know
single guy. He knocking. Well, not a single guy, but he's knocking it down.
he's single in his head,
in his mind. Yeah.
but the
He got-
family.
And the reason you want to know why that happens? Because there's not enough men in church. When's the last time? I couldn't tell you the last time I walked in a church.
Something about that.
If I remember I had a fear.
I
if
haven't been in
college.
church since I was 6.
If I walk into a church, I fear I'll burst into flames. I'm like, man, I don't know what happened.
But
I know,
it circles back to what he said. It's like the presence or the lack.
the lack thereof,
Correct.
The lack of men in the church. You know, you have that kind
And
of
it's- and
dynamic.
Like if you look in the Spanish community, right? Or let's just take one microcosm. Let's
Yeah,
look at
let's-
Mexican.
Okay, cool. Let's
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
the subreddit,
we just
the Reddit and the subreddit.
Right.
I mean, we know just off, from the back of our mind, it's like subconscious. We see them as families.
Oh yeah, they're families.
Families, damn motherfucker.
They family to duck. They all
Yeah, like
they're all 5'4" and they all hanging together.
But-
they rocking,
And
no
they're
matter
all
what.
supporting
They-
one another
exactly.
in their
One-
family.
Yo, I saw one.
no
I saw,
matter where
They go
you
through
go,
they
I
shit,
saw a
man.
Mexican lady with her kid on her back while she's selling oranges.
Yeah.
yeah,
like-
I seen that
like,
too.
seriously.
On Atlantic.
Is,
They-
you think that's a form of pimping though?
No, did she get? Well, I don't want no
Listen,
part of
they're
none of
gonna
that.
Because
make them-
who's the one behind all these people selling oranges and
They
sliced
do, they
mangoes?
do have a
they bring
manager. They do have a manager.
Okay, but the thing-
even the ice cream ladies
Right.
and stuff like that, they sell for someone.
Yes,
but it's all they all
all
take.
communal.
It's all
The-
commutable.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's a family unit.
It's a family
When it
unit
comes to
kind
us,
of thing.
it's isolated,
I think-
standoffish, holding you off at
Our
arm's
culture-
length.
Our culture makes us not respect one another.
Well, you got to understand something.
We
And
have a rugged
and I'm not gonna
individualism
sit here.
though.
I'm not gonna sit here and bash our people. Not bash.
I know
but
what you mean, but
I'm
yeah.
not gonna sit here and make it seem like if it's not generations and generations of trauma.
No, it is. I was
yeah.
gonna get into
Of
that. After
trauma.
y'all finish.
Now remember,
I was gonna-
right?
the reason
Yeah, it's a design.
we're not bashing, we're holding up the mirror, like you said earlier.
Correct.
It
We're
ain't,
just talking
about-
it
we're
ain't
just
pretty
talking
though.
about the what.
I
It ain't
could take
always
you back
pretty.
to Willie Lynch and
The
how that
generations
yeah.
and generations
That
of
all-
trauma
or the
and
70s.
them ripping our families apart. Because remember, I don't give a damn what anybody say. The most dangerous thing to America and all other cultures is a united black family. We are a threat to the societal norms. A lot of cultures would not make money if we and the black woman was united.
Damn near
No,
all.
you're right. Because
Damn
in the
near.
70s, that's what it was, right? Before they took MLK and
Because
No, but it
MLK,
stopped in the 70s.
right? MLK
they-
was
they-
funded by black
yeah.
families.
Well, yeah, wealthy black. Well, not wealthy, but just middle class.
middle
black families.
class black families.
And now to be
They
middle class,
supported him.
I'm in the middle of a class.
he was-
I can't find no
we-
middle
He
class.
was funded by
Are
them people.
dangerous. Understand something. We are dangerous, and I just want that to be known.
Yes, yes.
We, and when I say we, I'm talking about us as a family. Black man, black woman. That's why they will never promote a dark skinned man, dark skinned woman, wholeheartedly on
TV
on
anyway.
the idiot tube.
Yeah, you'll never see that. It's
You understand
always
what I'm
a
saying?
fair-skinned
It'll always
woman
be-
with a white
and
how
man.
smart are we?
Because the people behind that.
we're
Oh,
smart.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
The people behind that know the importance of blood and bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like I may get a little off for y'all.
Well, we got
But-
10 minutes, so it's all
That's
good.
the truth.
This is where the terms pure blood. This is why the whites say pure blood, Aryan blood, blood. You know, they always bring it back to the blood.
They're trying to find their own identity too.
You understand what I'm saying? They understand. This is why they'll weaponize black women against black men. This is why.
So they're glorifying single mother.
Correct. They will
Yeah, they made
always
it,
Shallow and
they will
pedantic.
glorify
They made it
homosexualness in the black man, and they'll try to make that, even though white men are gay just as much as black men are gay, they will staple black men and put them on high for being gay more than they probably would the white man.
Yeah, possibly.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's all a tactic, because they understand how powerful we are. Yo, could you imagine what the hood would look like, right? What the projects would look like?
We know what it looks like when we had families because you knew who everybody was.
Correct.
You knew who peed the bed. You knew whose cousin was whose cousin. People wasn't getting
But
shot
think
at
about
the rate
that
there was at.
now.
A lot of slap
the
boxing fights.
the murder rate in African Americans will go down.
Yeah, it would.
The children would start to now overrun, engineering, science, this.
Yeah.
They make it seem like all you good for is dribbling the ball, making somebody laugh.
I think that cuts into the design too, because the real war that's being fought is in education, and that war started over 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, education is piss poor.
Piss poor.
Hell,
But
you seen the math.
education
no
starts
education.
in the house.
I
That's
get
the
that,
real.
but we're attacked from all sides. So if you
Correct.
take the man out of the home, and then you have piss poor education.
I don't give a shit how hard we attacked. We are strong enough to outweigh
I'm not,
any attack.
Look, listen, this already happened.
And we're still here.
Pearl Harbor is already done.
It has
The
already
Harbor
been
was
done,
bro.
and we're still here.
See, and that's where it segue back. We don't have no respect. Our culture breeds disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Our culture
said that
teaches
before.
us to trust before we give respect. You know what I'm saying? I was taught you give respect, you earn trust, and you earn love. You feel what I'm saying? Because back when I was growing up, if you didn't have respect for...
You was a chump. You was a sucker.
Nah, you wasn't even a chump or a sucker. You're going to get tested.
Every day.
You feel what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God,
You
every
disrespect the
single
wrong
day.
person, you're going to get into a fight. And if he's bigger or stronger than you, you might get crushed. You feel what I'm saying? So respect in my neighborhood was paramount. You know what I'm saying? It was more important than money, all that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I saw dudes with mad respect on the street that have the dude that got the money tuck and roll. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I gotta
Because
go.
respect goes a long way.
But that's what I'm talking about, right? If you don't have the tools to preserve that,
Right.
then how are you going to keep it going, right?
Right.
How are you going to let that proliferate? Because here you are saying you should have respect, show respect, but the same system is designed to jail you for defending yourself when being disrespected.
Oh shit, you about
Remember
to get
when
hot.
we were kids,
You
bro?
about to get hot.
I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Yo, because when we were kids, right? It was wild out here in these streets, right?
It's still wild.
And they had just passed another law. What was it? The gun possession law, and you got longer years and all that.
Yeah,
right?
you got a
Remember that
year for
shit?
a bullet or something.
It was
Depending on how many.
Yeah,
bullets.
so I
yeah.
was in the system when that happened. I
And you
got
got ma-
retroactive.
You know what I'm saying? And niggas was getting locked up for defending themselves, not even for being the initial, attacker or threat. You know what I'm saying? And for a
Defending
man,
themselves from
we talked about this
each
in a
other.
previous episode. When you talked about what's the difference, what's the responsibility that's different that you expect from a man over a woman, right? And I said we're pretty much the same in a lot of cases, but you expect a man to be able to protect and provide, right? Just like we're stronger, right? We tend to just have that role, right?
Yeah.
Right. And it's a patriotic world. So
Yeah, but
patriotic.
if that one thing we're supposed to do is inhibited by the system that
What are we? We're just
are we?
floating. We in the
Just
etherverse,
floating.
just
Yeah,
floating
but you
around.
see-
how are you
something?
supposed to protect your community and
You
it's
see
like
something? I feel like we take that respect and protect in an aggressive thought pattern.
Because we ain't thinking. We haven't learned.
You understand
So
what I'm saying?
We don't know how to do it in a proper way.
So, but you heard what you just said.
You step on my shoe, I kill everybody you know.
proper
exactly that's what I'm
way.
saying.
See
That's
what
a
I'm
Tuesday
saying?
afternoon for some
Now,
people.
mind
But that's
you-
why you're defending
Now,
yourself.
mind
You're
you,
like, damn, it was
can I ask you a
serious,
question?
Right.
If we all came together and did something along the lines of
Million Man March.
not even that, 100,000 black men came together and decided, listen, we're sick and tired of the way that we're being portrayed in the media, and start and all fund together a lawsuit suing major media companies for defamation of character of how they portray the black men.
Won't happen.
It
No,
won't happen.
no. You say it won't happen, but in America you can sue for anything.
You could, but
You're right.
You gotta have
listen to what I'm
That's the
saying.
pastime of America. Forget
Listen
baseball.
to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you. If we decided to start playing the game differently, instead of with so much aggression, instead of with so much, yo, I'm not pussy, I'll fuck you up, nigga. Like, don't try to disrespect me, don't try to play me. You know what I'm saying? If we took all of that pride and ego, because that shit be used against us. They knew they use that shit because they know we gonna react that way, and they know all they gotta do is call 911, and they go and we automatically fucked once that happens. See what I'm saying? But when we start to say shit like, okay, this is America, nigga, I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. You'll say no. But I have sued people, bro.
I know.
I have sued
you
people,
can't.
bro.
saying no
but you said
because-
100,000 black.
Yeah, I understand.
You can't get 100,000 black men to agree who the greatest rapper is.
Because- that comes with-
it'll be pulling at all different strings. It's the curse of people.
Right, because other people gonna be doing the stuff you
Too
suing
much.
for still.
It's too
It's
much.
like-
It's too much.
Yeah.
Too many. There's not enough learned people in that group. You have to. They say a person's smart.
We're counting,
People dumb.
We counting ourselves.
We're not
out.
counting. No,
Nah, that's not really a count out.
It's not count out.
I think it's more work than that.
Because we do have to work because of the deficiencies that we've had to deal
Right.
with. The lack of not having a father in the house to kind of guide you on wisdom and, hey boy, don't do that, don't do this.
Right,
da, da, da. The lack of education, the proliferation of being like hard and blah and all that. Have my respect. I kill everybody here. All that,
lot
all
of
the
barriers
trauma,
to break down.
all these.
Trauma.
We have so many barriers that we'd have to break down before we
Trauma.
can get to that.
the solution can't even be this public, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
You gotta
fact.
be on a closed circuit.
That's a fact.
Right.
Because
So
what
it can't
have
be no
we learned?
interferences.
What have we learned from public display of knowledge in black men?
They
Pew
go-
pew pew pew.
yeah.
Governmental conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well,
Ignorance.
So this show is
Ignorance,
done right
ignorance.
now.
Hey man, y'all saw that basketball game last night, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. We get into we're not ignorant enough now. Fuck this.
Drill music.
Yo, James Harden wildin', bro.
Drill music.
No, but with that said, so we definitely went a little bit off tangent with guards, but we broke down why we want respect and why there's a insulator of that respect from the woman, because they're not taught that in the household, because they might not see a man and woman having a positive interaction with one another. Also, what did you say, Jay?
Gotta break generational curses, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what you
That's
said.
design. All this is design.
And you said that. What
This
did you
shit was
say
going
when it
on
came
before
to
we
the
got here.
lack of respect?
They've been playing this game on us before we got here. Like,
But it's on you to
I was
break it,
just
brother.
saying, like, you know,
Right.
just us
But
missing
it can't-
to show that example.
Oh yeah, not seeing the example, not being able to communicate it. So that's why it's hard to get the respect thing between a black man and black woman. It's not that we don't have it; it's that we don't know how to show it. Even if we know
Trauma.
the traumas that we have to break down. Even understanding the language or the tonality, because this strong black woman, because she has to be so strong.
I just need a hug.
I've said no. I've said this myself, and I caught myself saying it. I guess I'm gonna say it here. I've told my girl, yo, if you was a dude and said the shit you just said to me, we have to fight. So you have to calm down with the tone.
Last time you
and
randomly
understand.
hugged your girl.
Before I left. I don't do it. I do it every day before I leave to make sure we good. I can get in the
Ain't random.
an accident. I want to make sure.
I'm being nitpicky.
Oh, you're being nitpicky? Guess what?
I'm talking about just come out the shower and see you. Hey baby, just
You got to
embrace.
when they get out the shit.
See, this is the shit. Guys, I think this is the end of it.
He's feeling attacked.
I feel
don't like
attacked. I feel attacked. I think we're done. Before we leave, I want to thank everybody for listening. There's been another amazing episode of The Avengers, wherever you're listening, however you're listening, whatever streaming platform or on YouTube. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on IG, TikTok, or Twitter. Just DM us, and our handle is TheAVERA .NGERS. It's gonna be right down the bottom here.
Right.
For Ant, JP, Keem, this is Big Nev, and we're signing out.
Drill
Peace.
music.
Drill music.
You're-